Some wisdom is found on the surface, and some wisdom takes us deeper. Welcome to Get Deep, where we dive into the thoughts, truths, and affirmations that help us grow, reflect, and move forward. I'm Deborah D.E.E.P, Mouton, and every episode we'll explore the power of words, the strength of resilience, and the beauty of introspection. Come in, take a seat, and let's get deep. I'm not typically one for artist retreats that require yoga and incense and more, hippie-driven practices. No shade, just not typically my thing. I have a hard time sitting still. I'm a busybody. I mean, my name Deborah literally means busy as a bee. My mama kind of did it to me. But lately, I got a grant that required that I attend one. And I came in hesitant. The first thing they asked us to do was take our shoes off. And I am just not big about showing my feet. I have personal boundaries. It's okay. They had mats that lined the floor with little tables next to them that included eucalyptus and lavender. The room smelled amazing, but I was really concerned that getting down on the floor at my age meant that getting up was going to be a whole lot harder. But I went with it because community was there and it seemed like the right thing to do. I hunkered down on my yoga mat, stretched out my blanket in front of me, tried to find a comfortable position where my back didn't ache from sitting there on the hardwood floor. But before I could kind of complain too much, we fell into a practice, a guided breathing activity where we all inhaled and exhaled together, blowing out the stresses of the day. I went along hesitantly. But soon I found myself closing my eyes and starting to lower my shoulders, falling into the practice before me. I looked around the room and noticed that other people were doing the same thing, except they were much less concerned with me. They had fallen into laying back, leaning backwards against their hands, finding their space. Our instructor moved us on to think about looking at community practices and how we hold space for joy, something that I'm really big on preaching without doing myself. I often find it really hard to take moments to stop and breathe and celebrate because I'm always looking on to the next thing. But one of the practices that she gave me, I want to be able to share with you. She brought cups of tea. Now, I'm a big tea person. I love it. It's a great way to recenter in the mornings. But this one was special. It was Indonesian cinnamon boiled down into a tea. No sugar, no sweetener, typically not my thing. But when I tasted it, it was earthy and it had its own sweetness. I started to look around the room and notice that other artists around me were drinking and were relaxing. And I promise y'all, it was just tea. I made it again later at home. But there was something about sipping and drinking together, about the hot water rushing down the back of my throat, about my body taking in the warmth, about putting myself still and solid against the floor that changed everything for me. And I don't think it would be the same if I just did it at home. In fact, I've tried it and it doesn't quite work the same. But there's something about when we all come together collectively in the spirit of healing, in the spirit of moving forward, that means and feels like it's more possible for it to happen. It's kind of like a communal prayer where we all are saying it together, somehow feels like we lift out of the room and can be heard differently. And so if you haven't been in a community lately, if you, like me, find more comfort in being by yourself, don't forget that you were not made on this earth to be an island. You're not made to be alone all the time. But there is a beautiful space in being able to connect with people who see things similarly to you, or maybe just have a shared tradition that you can build and grow together that reminds us that we're all human, striving for the exact same things. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope this moment of reflection stays with you, guides you, and reminds you to keep going. If you found value in this episode, let's keep the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram at Live Life Deep and share your thoughts, your wisdom, and your light. And if you're enjoying the podcast, the best way to support it is simple. Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps others find this space of growth and inspiration. This has been a Gemini's production. You can explore some of the other podcasts on the network by going to GeminisProductions.com or following on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at Gemini's Productions. Until next time, remember, you've been given today. What you do with it is up to you.